Would you like a light?
What?
For your cigarette. I have a lighter somewhere.
Oh. This. No.
With all due respect, I have no interest in breathing any secondhand smoke. Besides, I believe state law prohibits smoking on train and subway platforms.
Let me guess. A lawyer.
Yes, a good one too, so I recommend you not violate state law in front of me.
The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
Lay off it. I didn't want to light, okay? I don't want to smoke it. I'm saving it. It's my last one.
My apologies, dearie, but I couldn't help it over here. You said you're saving your last cigarette? And I assume you're quitting the habit?
Yeah. I guess you could say that.
Congratulations, dearie. And keep some faith. I will pray for your success.
Oh, those things will kill you.
Running late again, so just tuck the kids in and kiss them goodnight for me, okay? And please make their lunches for school tomorrow. I'll be leaving early for a presentation to a client, and Stephanie likes her sandwiches cut into triangles, but I'm sure you already know that, honey. Honey? Damn, no signal down here. Excuse me, do you by any chance have a cell phone I could use for a few moments?
I usually get reception on the subway. Hold on.
I'm not exactly sure when mine went dead, so I don't know how much of the message my husband got, and any luck?
That's odd. I can't seem to find it.
I usually keep mine in my coat pocket, but oddly I don't seem to be wearing my coat. Sorry.
I just want him to tell my kids that I love them and I'm sorry I missed tucking them in again.
Children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. How many children do you have, dearie?
2.
I'm sure he'll tell them for you.
Did anyone happen to see a payphone anywhere in the station?
A payphone? Down here? Yeah, right.
What about upstairs?
Don't worry about it, dearie. Your husband sounds like he's an expert at this sort of thing.
He is. I just wanted the kids to hear me say goodnight on the machine before bed.
That would be a long distance call.
Maybe I'll get home in time to see them. Ben had a Little League game tonight, and my husband sometimes takes them out for ice cream afterward. Maybe Stephanie won't fall asleep in the car. Does anyone know when the next train comes?
Should be any minute. I just missed a train when I got here, and that was... My watch has stopped.
Yeah, mine too.
It's alright. I'll go upstairs and look for a payphone. Ooh!
I think I lost him.
Don't talk, Sonny. Catch your breath.
I don't see anyone coming.
Oh, good. When's the next train?
I mean, it should be soon.
Were you running from someone?
I was at an ATM when some guy pulled a knife on me. They told me to give him his money, but I took off. Cut straight through Central Park and came down here.
Central Park?
Central Park? As in New York City? That's not possible.
What? Why not?
Because we're in Chicago.
Chicago? Now that's not possible. This is New York.
But this is Seattle. How?
No, California. I teach English and European literature at UC Berkeley. And where do you think we are?
I was vacationing in Rome with some of my sisters. I was reading up on the cathedrals because I've always wanted to go there. I believe I dozed off in my room.
This doesn't make any sense. I was walking to the bus stop, talking on my cell phone, and maybe I wasn't paying enough attention to where I was going, but, I'm positive I never entered a subway station.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
If you have something to contribute to this conversation, would you please do so?
Are you sure you want my contribution?
You were here when I arrived. You must know where we are.
Where we are? Well, we're in a subway station that happens to connect to several different places, including a hospital in Jacksonville, Florida. Don't you think that's odd?
This is ridiculous. It must be a dream or something.
I'm not dreaming. I ran across Central Park. I know that for a fact.
Oh, that's right. You escaped a mugging. Have you checked your wallet?
My wallet. What's that got to do?
Look in your wallet, Sonny.
Oh, my money. It's gone. How? What?
Perhaps you didn't get away. Consider that.
So what does that mean?
The poor man has just been robbed. Show some compassion.
It still doesn't answer where we are or how we all could have gotten here.
The only way he could have taken my money is if he stabbed me. So what? How does that work? Did he stab me? Oh, then what am I? Dead?
We're all dead.
That can't be true. I think I'd remember if I just died.
After you die, you go to a subway station? That's ridiculous.
They do say the Lord works in mysterious ways.
This is crazy. Whatever this place is, I have to get home to my family. And away from you people. I'm gonna go find a phone, even if I have to go back up to the street and call my husband.
You won't find one.
You know, people who've been clinically dead but resuscitated have claimed to see a bright light down a dark tunnel. Does anybody know when the next train comes?
Now that's clever thinking. I haven't thought of that.
So you're going to accept without proof that we're dead and that the afterlife is a subway station? I won't. I'm not convinced beyond reasonable doubt that we're all dead.
Spoken just like one of your kind.
Look at the evidence.
What evidence?
Stopped watches, phones with no reception. How could we all have gotten to the same subway station from so many different places? And why didn't I put any more clothes on, for Pete's sake?
All circumstantial. I'm still not convinced.
It doesn't matter if you're convinced or not. You're still dead. We all are.
Why do you believe him?
He's been brainwashed. I know what this is. Some kind of government experiment or an abduction.
No, let's not jump to conspiracy theories here. Maybe they're telling the truth.
He was here before I was.
So you knew all this when we got here?
Yup.
Yet you withheld that information from us? How dare you?
He is not to blame for our passings.
Yeah, what was he supposed to say? Nice to meet you, and by the way, you're all recently deceased. You wouldn't have believed him.
I don't believe her. Maybe this is all a bad dream. I knew I shouldn't have stayed at the office so late. I'm getting a cab and getting out of here.
There's no way out. No stairs up to street level, just stairways down to the platforms.
That can't be possible. How did we get in then?
I mean, if we're dead, does it matter? Our spirits, or whatever we are, must have materialized upstairs.
But my kids, how will they...
It's okay, dearie. Your husband loves them, and we'll get them through this.
That's not the point. If we're dead, then I'm never going to get to see them again. As it is, I haven't seen them much since my husband was laid off and I went back to work. I've missed the past 4 years of their lives, and now I'm going to miss the rest.
I'm sure they know you love them.
But I haven't been there for them. What kind of parent have I been?
Ah, we've passed denial and moved on to guilt. Wake me up when the next train comes, will you?
You provided for them the best you could. You've done nothing wrong.
Your family needed money to get by, and you took care of that, I assume. What you did was honorable.
You don't get it, do you? You must not have kids.
Well, I have a son. He's an engineering major in college. He's a good man. My wife and I, we're very proud.
2 daughters, both in high school. Sister, I need to make a confession.
What is it, son?
Now, I don't regularly go to church, but I've done something terrible.
What are you doing?
If I'm dead, I'd like to at least get my sins off my chest.
No, I'm not Catholic, but isn't that something you're supposed to do before you die?
Given the circumstances, I think it's better late than never.
No. Don't do it.
What now?
You don't want to go there. It's only gonna make this place worse.
One moment, son. Dearie, tell me what's bothering you.
What's his problem?
I don't know. Something must be troubling him.
Probably withholding more information from us. He obviously knows more about this place.
Why must everyone be a hostile witness to you?
How old do you think he is?
Early 20s, I'd say.
His poor parents. No one should see their children die before them.
Cards on there. Suck in the mud like that.
But if I'm home late, my father will kill me, and then he'll kill you.
No. It's not fair.
Can a tow truck even get down there in this weather? I should be waiting with my car.
Once you get me home, you can go back down there. I'm sorry my parents have stricter rules than yours do. At least it's not raining in here.
They deserve to be here this young.
But they are here.
Should we tell them where here is?
They may be better off not knowing.
Are you serious? They have the right to know as much as we do.
I've got him calmed down, but he won't tell me much about this place. I see we have new arrivals.
We're debating whether or not to share our predicament with them.
They will learn when the time is right.
I have a strange feeling everyone's watching us. Or am I being paranoid?
I think they're watching us. Excuse me, do you know when the next train comes?
Can I help you with something, dearie?
No, nothing. Just trying to get home.
Yes, sister. My boyfriend and I got into a little car trouble. It's an embarrassing story, but I need to get home. Do you know when the next train gets to, What's the closest station to my house?
I don't know. I don't think there is one.
There has to be one. Why else would we have to come down here?
I mean, is there even a station near us? Or anywhere else in Indiana?
You have a point. Excuse me, sister, do you know which way that train goes?
Which way? Which way?
Oh, now that's an enigmatic inquiry.
We were going to get on the next train without knowing where it's going?
What do you mean you don't know where it's going?
It's a little complicated.
A little complicated? That train's our only way out of here, and we don't even know where it's going.
Our only way out?
Well, as I see it, theology tells us that there are only two places the train could be headed.
And what are they, smart guy?
Well, accepting our conditions for what we think it is, the train either goes up or down.
Up or down? What does that even mean?
Nothing. Ignore what he's saying.
What are you people talking about?
Up or down?
This must have not been how you were expecting your night to go.
I don't think he's getting me home tonight.
Sweetie, don't say that.
Say what?
The rain came unexpectedly. I know the brake was on, but
Break would have held. Round fast.
it's all right. There's nothing else we could have done.
I promised your dad that I'd let nothing happen to you. He's definitely going to kill me now.
No, he won't.
How could you miss a hill? Were you drinking?
No!
We don't drink.
Leave the kids alone. This can't be easy on them.
Sorry. You must know the underage drinking statistics.
All I wanted to do was take my girlfriend out for our anniversary, and then overlook the town after. I didn't plan on my car crashing down a hill and crashing.
Your anniversary?
Yeah, 8 months. So it's true. We're really, well,
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
that's why the two of us aren't stoked, right?
I would suppose so. You know, you're very bright for your age. You seem to be handling the news better than some of the adults around here.
Thanks, I guess.
Babe, if we're, then is everyone else too?
Probably. So, what happens next?
Excuse me?
The train, which way is it going, up or down?
Well, we haven't determined that yet. How ironic. When I assigned Dante's Divine Comedy to my students last semester, never imagined I'd soon be experiencing it myself.
There's not a single clue anywhere here. And not on any of the walls. How are we supposed to know?
That's what he's not telling us. You know which way the train goes.
No.
You're withholding information again. You know where the train's heading. That's why you haven't gone on board yet.
You mean, he knows it's going to hell so he won't get on?
Clear case to me.
Down there?
No! I don't know where it goes.
I want to make my confession now.
Go ahead, son.
I work for an insurance company in the accounting department. I know what you think. The industry's known for ripping people off. That being said, I came across an error of $25,000 in the company's favor. I told my supervisor, but he didn't want to hear it. He brushed me off. If the company didn't want to acknowledge its existence, well, I thought I could. You see, my oldest daughter's starting college in a year, and with tuition being what it is,
You embezzled it!
I wired it to my bank account. And it worked! A few days went by and nobody seemed to notice.
Thou shalt not steal. Even I know that's a commandment, not just the law.
But I wired it back this morning. I felt awful about what I did. I felt dirty, like a criminal.
Hate to break it to you, but what you did qualifies you as one.
I gave it back. I checked my account balance after work. The money wasn't there anymore. I gave it back.
It's still a crime.
You did correct your sin. Perhaps in the Lord's eyes, you will be forgiven.
Is that enough to change the direction of the train? I mean, I'll admit I wasn't always there for my kids, but I love them. Why should I be doomed for hell?
Ask him. He has the answer.
I've told you I don't! I don't know where this train goes.
Yet you refuse to get on.
Please, have some mercy on him.
I missed the last train. Dozed off before, like I just did, but I was going to get on, no matter which way it was going.
Don't you want to know which way?
Sonny, I've lived my life. I spent the end of it in a hospital bed with cancer. I'm ready to move on. No matter where it is, heaven or hell, I'll still be going. I'll tell you, I've seen hell. I fought in Korea with the United States of America, and a buddy of mine stepped on a landmine near me, sent some shrapnel right into my leg, and that's why I have this cane for my limp. My fighting days were over. Yeah, I killed many people, but I did so because I was following my country's orders like I was supposed to. I spent the rest of my life trying to make up for it by being a good father, a good husband, and a great grandfather. Lived a clean life, ran my own business, done volunteer work, so maybe I'll get into heaven. But nothing I can do now will change that. So I'm prepared for the worst, whether it be hell or heaven, which would be a very pleasant surprise.
You don't want to know?
I've lived my life. It's behind me, and there's nothing that I can do to change that. Now, you young folks don't have the life experience yet that I have. I bet you that's why he won't get on the train.
He's scared. That's it.
Don't you see? There's nothing we can do. That train goes somewhere, but no one knows for sure which way. What if it goes to hell?
But what if it doesn't?
But what if it does?
I don't know much about these things, but we've got a nun here. Isn't it like enough to say that it's going to heaven for sure?
Oh, Sonny, when I was your age, I did plenty of things I'm not proud of. You know, I was a real hooligan back in Catholic school.
Well, I don't know if that... But aren't you in with God or something?
Who knows? I cheated on tests, smoked cigarettes, taunted teachers, threw rocks through some windows at school, and even shoplifted. Since then, I've devoted my life to the Lord, so yes, I believe I've made my peace with him.
And you're content with the possibility of going to hell?
If that's what the Lord has chosen for me, yes. But I have faith that that's not the case.
Well, if she says it's going to heaven, it must be. We have a nun here.
We do also have a lawyer here.
Go to hell.
You know, that looks like a 50-50 chance.
What is your problem with me?
My wife recently filed for divorce.
Blatant stereotyping. I'm not a divorce attorney. I'm a prosecutor.
Oh, that explains why you treat us all like criminals.
So what happened, Professor?
Well, you see...
You had an affair, didn't you?
Yeah. With one of my students. She was a graduate student, a consenting adult.
That doesn't make it right.
I understand that, but my marriage hasn't exactly been working for a while, and my son left for college, and my wife and I have just grown more and more distant. And then there was this girl.
And your wife found out.
For all we know, she could have killed him and sent him here.
Look, I know what I did was wrong, but it's not a crime. Don't I deserve happiness?
You complete the unholy trinity. Stealing, killing, and now adultery.
Oh, we are so screwed.
A moment ago, you were convinced we were going to heaven. Not so convinced now. What are you hiding?
We shall let the Lord and not each other judge our actions.
I'll admit I made a major transgression, but otherwise I'm a good person.
We get it. You were dedicated to your son, your job, your students. A little too dedicated to one of them, perhaps, but...
Those who live in glass houses shall not throw stones.
Stop.
It's no one else's business.
Pleading the fifth, I see. Are you afraid it's your presence here that has doomed us all for hell?
Just shut up, both of you! How do you get it? I don't know where this train goes because of this. Is this person good? Is that person bad? There's no way anyone can figure out which way it's going if you guys just keep fighting with each other. I've been here, and I've seen enough other people go through exactly what you're doing, and still no one finds out which way it's going. How can they get on without knowing?
He's right. The last folks wouldn't stop yapping like you folks. I wanted nothing to do with them, and so that's why I took a little nap. None of them had the decency to wake me up when the train finally came. Good, bad, who cares? Just get on the train and move on, I say.
Have you noticed that we've all done something that we're not proud of, but otherwise we seem to be relatively decent people?
A dichotomy, so to speak.
Oh, what?
Dichotomy. It's possessing two sides that are contradictory. It's an SAT word.
That's it. Subway stations have two sides, two platforms. We can't see the other side because of that wall, but there's gotta be something over there.
Since when are you the expert on the afterlife?
Hear me out. Whichever way the train on this side goes, the train on the other side must go the other way.
Saying, if the train on the other side goes to heaven, this one goes to hell?
Or vice versa. There was another flight of stairs up there. It probably goes to the other side.
You suggesting we send someone to the other platform? Try to discover where they're going.
Exactly. If we know where they're going, we know where we're going.
So who do we send?
Not you. We don't want them thinking that they're bound for heaven.
And we don't want them to think they're bound for hell, so I guess you'll stay here, sister. No offense.
None taken. I have faith we're on the correct side.
Ooh, an expedition. That sounds like a lot of fun, but just wake me up when the train comes.
I'll go.
No, you won't.
I'll be okay.
You're not going, and I'm staying put.
I'll be fine. I can take care of myself. It's not like anything can happen to me. We're dead, remember?
Look, I'll go with her.
You're not going anywhere with my girl.
I know the way. I'll go. All right?
Okay, but come back. Promise.
Sorry about that. He's a bit overprotective.
Just go get information. Try not to give too much away about us. Then come back.
You guys won't like what you find.
You're not being helpful.
My boyfriend means well. He really does. He wants to hold on so tightly because I'm leaving for college in a few months, and he isn't. I'm hoping I'll go and we'll painlessly drift apart in time, but then I'll feel bad because I'm leading him on. I want to be on my own, start my own life next fall, but I don't have the heart to tell him it may be without him. And the last thing I want to do is hurt him. Does this make me a bad person?
No worse than the rest of us. You have to be true to yourself, even if that means moving on when others don't. May I ask why you're confiding in me?
I get the feeling you're a good mom.
Excuse me. I didn't see you there.
No worries, dearie.
Does anybody know when the next train comes?
It'll be coming soon.
Thanks.
Is something bothering you?
No. Why do you ask?
You seemed a little stressed.
Give me that!
Oh, are you hiding something?
Not again. Don't you remember innocent until proven guilty?
Interesting. Looks like she's taking notes on us.
What?
Why would she be doing that?
I'm just trying to figure out who you people are, to see if you're different than us over there.
Over there? You mean you're from the other platform?
You're from the other side. Is my girlfriend okay?
Hadn't met her. I saw the two of them go up as I came down.
You say you came here to see if we're different than you. Why?
The same reason you sent them. Trying to figure out which way our train goes.
You don't know?
No. We were hoping you knew.
Nice puzzle. Good sense of humor you've got. I hope the train gets here soon, no matter which direction it goes, so I can finally rest in peace.
You seriously don't know which way your train goes?
We're just a bunch of dead folks who might be good or bad. Same boat as you, huh?
Yeah.
Damn it! If they don't know, how are we supposed to?
Howdy, sister. They'd love to know that you're over here. We've got a fireman from Omaha over there. Died in a fire after rescuing 2 kids and a family dog.
Oh, that's good. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way.
But he cheated on his income tax. We also have a lawyer. He says he gives to charity, but he seems to be real sleazy.
Well, ours isn't sleazy. Opinionated, maybe, but not sleazy.
That almost sounds like a compliment.
He bragged about the people he saved from jail time, but they didn't seem like high-class citizens, if you catch my drift.
A defense attorney?
Yeah.
Let me talk to him. Then I'll tell you which side's going to hell.
Oh, that's it. That's it. You lost a big case. You lost a big case because of a defense attorney.
I was trying to drug dealer. He was selling to kids. I knew he was clearly guilty. I'm sure the judge knew it. I'll even bet the jury knew it in their minds. But his lawyer blew holes in all of my evidence. Said some of it was circumstantial, some admissible. Even made my best witness look unreliable in the stand. He got the jury to doubt the legality of the arrest warrant. Enough reasonable doubt to quit.
Couldn't you appeal or arrest him on a separate charge or something like that? They do it all the time on TV.
I've been working on that. Late nights alone in the office, ordering takeout for dinner. Next thing I know, I'm here.
You think you choked?
I tried that case to the best of my abilities.
No. I mean on your dinner.
Maybe. I guess. Not that it matters now. My point is that he's free to roam the streets. He's going to keep doing what he does. What if some unfortunate kids overdose and die because I couldn't get a guilty verdict? That's on my head.
You did the best you could. The Lord will not fault you for that.
Yeah, she's right. I doubt anybody here would fault you.
But I fault myself. People trusted me to keep them safe by putting criminals behind bars. In this case, I failed.
Wow. We've all failed, it seems. In our own ways.
Just like us. I work in a greasy truck stop off the interstate in Texas. The guys try to grope me while I'm serving their food. I grin and bear it because it pays the rent after my daughter's deadbeat father left. But today, there was this one scuzzball who wouldn't get the hint that I wasn't interested. So I spit in his tuna. Wanted to do that so many times, but never been pushed that far till tonight. Must have been all the overtime. I was real cranky, falling asleep on my feet. And the last thing I kind of remember is slipping down the back stairs and hitting my head. And then I'm over here. Talk about bad karma. And I still got a dinner check in my pocket.
So which side is which? What kind of place is this?
I tried to tell you, but none of you would listen. You wouldn't have had to send anyone over there if you just listened to me, but no, you all just blow me off. You don't want to listen to the crybaby.
He's right. My girl shouldn't be over there.
I spent time on both sides of this awful place, and no matter which side I'm on, it's always the same. I listen to all of you confessing and feeling guilty about your lives, and I'm just tired of it.
Then don't listen.
Well, no matter how hard I try, there's no way to tune you all out. There's nowhere to hide. And with only this platform and that one, there's nowhere else for me to go.
I disagree.
Oh, yeah? Well, where else can I go?
Onto the train.
Nuh-uh.
That's
No
what
way.
we're supposed to do. That's why we're here. The whole purpose is for us to get on the train, no matter where it goes. It has to be better than the uncertainty of this place.
Oh, so you're a philosopher now.
I'd rather take my chances staying put. I'm not getting on that train. You don't know my life. You don't know the pain I've caused and the pain I've been through. I can't imagine I have any chance of getting into heaven. So I must be going. I don't want to go there, but I just can't figure out which side would keep me away from there. You all just discuss and argue and confess, and I've seen in groups think they figured it out. And as much as I want to believe them, I never buy it. I just can't. What if they're wrong?
Figured it out. We're no closer than when we got here.
Why do you think we're bound for hell?
I ran away from home when I was 16. I did it because parents wouldn't let me date this older chick, and they said she was bad news, and turns out they were right, but I didn't listen, so I dropped out of high school and ran off with her. It was a pretty dumb move on my end. We both got jobs at a burger joint to pay the rent. Almost a year later, I thought I got her pregnant, so turned out I didn't, but when I asked her, she hit me and left. She took all the money I had and even told the boss that I was stealing from the registers when she was the one who was doing it. got fired. I had no job, no money, nowhere to live.
Couldn't you go back home?
Well, of course I wanted to, but so young and stupid. I didn't think my parents would want to see me again. I said some really nasty things to them, so I couldn't go back there. I lived on the streets for a couple of years and did so many bad things to get food, money, and cigarettes. I was going to give them up after this one. Give it all up. Just give it all up and straighten out my messed up life. Then I was here. I don't even know how I died. Was it exposure? An accident? Who knows? What's worse is I don't think my parents know that I'm dead. They definitely don't know that I'm sorry for what I said to them.
When was this?
2, maybe 3 years ago.
You've been here that long?
It's honestly hard to tell in this place. And it feels longer. It's always the same thing over and over and over and over, and I'm just so tired of reliving my life story to every new group that comes through here.
One way to break that cycle, dearie. Get on the train with us.
I'm not going. I told you. I don't deserve to go to heaven. And I don't want to go to hell.
Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me.
Olivia's right. What if this is a train to hell?
We still don't know that for sure.
And we sure don't.
I don't deserve to go to heaven either.
What makes you say
What
that?
happened wasn't your fault.
Yes, it was.
That's not what you said before. Was it indirectly your fault?
I guess the emergency brake in my car is always sick. It's an old car. My dad kept bugging me to get it fixed. Heck, could have brought it to the auto shop at school. My buddies could fix it up for me. But I didn't get around to it. I kept putting it off and putting it off. I practically forgot about it. What were the chances he parked on that hill during a freakish down? But I can't help thinking that if my brake had been fixed, the car wouldn't have down the hill, and it wouldn't have hit the tree or whatever, and I wouldn't have gotten the hill.
You don't know that for sure.
I know my brake didn't work right. I didn't get it fixed when I could have. Maybe it wouldn't have stopped the rain and mud, but it might have saved her alive.
What? Why didn't you... If only I had told you sooner.
What are you talking about?
I don't think we can go to the same place.
Wait.
Let her go. Let her move on.
But I promised her I'd take care of her. I couldn't even get that right.
Maybe we should all move on to wherever this train takes us. I think that's what we're supposed to do.
What did you learn about the other side?
Different people, but the same issues we have. But I guess you've already figured that out.
Yep, I'm headed back. I'll check to see if your girl's okay.
You're going back? Does that mean you think your side's the right one?
Can't tell the difference. I don't think I deserve eternal damnation, but I'd rather stick with where I first wound up.
The devil you know is better than the devil you don't. So to speak.
I promise.
Many of us make promises like that, in a variety of phrases. Mine to my wife was, till death do you part. I broke that years before I arrived here.
But you didn't kill your wife.
Physically? No, but perhaps I did emotionally. We all make choices in life, and sometimes these choices take us too far off track. In the end, what are we left with? An opportunity to reflect upon our lives? Have you ever noticed how effective humans are at punishing punishing themselves.
I think that's the train.
So that's it? Just like that? We have to decide right now. There's no way of knowing exactly which way it goes.
Now do you understand? Well, you all can do what you want. But I'm staying here.
Wake up, sir.
Thanks.
Are you two getting on?
Not without my.
I'll stay a while with him. It looks like he and I might need some more time to think.
Suit yourself. Glad I'm not missing this one though.
How about you, dearie?
I told you I won't. I can't. What if it goes to...
This is your chance to be free of reliving the doubt and guilt.
There's a chance that it goes to...
I will go there with you.
Even if it goes to...
Even if it goes to...
You'd do that for me?
If you can't have faith in the Lord or this place, then have faith in me. I'll be with you, no matter what.
No one's ever done anything like that for me. Well, not since I left home anyways. I don't know what to say.
Just say you have faith.
It's so unfortunate that they won't join us.
It takes some a little more time to overcome their guilt and find their faith, I presume. Right, dearie?
Yeah. I just hope they don't stay too long and put themselves through the same hell I went through for the past 3 years.
What did you say?
I said I hope they don't stay...
After that, you said put themselves through hell.
Do you mean that
Think.
maybe this place is...
Well, I'll be.
So then do both trains go too?
Perhaps. I just hope our counterparts across the way have found some faith of their own. I've been telling you. That's all we need.